today we begin with the symptoms of allergic reactions. What are the various symptoms that can be seen in a person if he or she is having some allergic reactions? Allergies occur when the immune system will start producing antibodies and they will activate, that is sensitize or activate the white blood cells. This we have already learned before only, children. Whenever certain allergens that enter inside a body, our immune system start producing the antibodies in order to finish them or kill them. When the body cells are exposed to substances that are normally harmless, but however, when these same substances will enter inside a body, children, the immune system will encounter the substances for the second time. They start releasing the histamine and the various other chemicals in order to finish them. These chemicals are the ones that are responsible for the various allergies that are caused in our body. Let's see some common symptoms. That means something which is mild allergic reaction and it will not cause a lot of problem in our body are, children, sneezing, the nasal congestion, that means you can have a lot of cold, inflammation of the eyes, that means the eyes can become red, they might pain, they might swell, water can be seen coming out of the eyes, red eyes, rashes can appear somewhere on the body. Then the symptoms that are moderate or severe reactions, that means the body is severely reacting to these say allergens. Then we can have pain in the abdomen, that is the stomach area, the abdomen area, children. Anxiety you can have, cough, chest discomfort, difficulty in breathing, nausea or vomiting, right? Redness of the face might become red, swelling of the face, eyes or tongue might occur, difficulty in swallowing, dizziness or lightheadedness. Next, we start with, children, the activity 3 which is given in your books. It is about asthma and the asthma attack. In this problem of asthma, children, you might have seen certain people who suffer with asthma. So the disease causes a person to feel short of breath or have other problems while breathing. They are not able to breathe properly, children. They can have short breath, they can have uneasiness while breathing, and they are not able to breathe properly as we people are able to do in everyday routine. A feeling of tightness in the chest and a chronic cough, right? A chronic means something which is long lasting. It is lasting for a longer period of time. When asthma attack occurs, generally when do people who are suffering with asthma, they suffer attack at what time, basically time of the day they suffer this asthmatic attack. Now when an asthma attack occurs, that means a person who is suffering with asthma, when do they actually have the asthmatic attack? Now it is not very certain, children, when they can have an asthmatic attack, but generally it is believed and it is said that during the night time generally they suffer an attack, that is during the evening or between evening to night. And there is a reason behind it, children. After doing the heavy exercise during the day, after the prolonged exposure to the cold air throughout the day, then the irritating fume when a person is emotionally upset and all that. So the irritating fumes of the cold air, or maybe some pollutants, they are inhaling a lot of the pollutants, then they might have the asthmatic attack. A viral infection of the nose and the throat may also possibly trigger the asthmatic attack, right? Now during this asthmatic attack, children, the bronchioles, see these bronchioles, children, right? These bronchioles which end into the alveoli, these bronchioles, the inner lining of these bronchioles becomes swelled up, and when they become swelled up, children, they start secreting a lot of mucus, and when they swell up, the air passage becomes quite narrow and people face a lot of difficulty in breathing. So this is the reason what causes the asthmatic attack. Now let's see what are the causes of asthma, children. Asthma is commonly caused by the allergy to the dust, pollen, animal fur or certain food items. Asthma is also often linked with the hay fever. Now, diagnosis and the treatment of asthma. Now, for identifying asthma, that is diagnosis of a children, these doctors, they do a number of tests. Among them, they can also take a chest x-ray, the allergy skin test, the blood test to determine which substances a person is allergic to and what is the best treatment for such kind of a disease. Now, depending upon children that how severe the attack is. If the asthma attack is very severe, then the patient has to be taken to the hospital. And in case children it is less severe asthmatic attack, then doctors prescribe the aerosol inhalers and they might also give them some medicines. Now, this aerosol inhalers can be used by the patients during the walking hours to avoid the bronchial tubes from becoming narrow. They will keep the tubes wide open. Patients with very severe asthma need to take a drug called steroid daily. Beginning with the knowledge enhancer that is given children, the dust mite allergies. Now, the dust mite likes to eat the dead skin from the pets and from the human body. We probably shed enough skin in one day that can feed millions of dust mite. Flakes of the dead skin in the carpeting, that means in the carpet, children, on a bed, on the furniture, they are the tasty snacks for them. That means that is the thing that they eat and they survive. How can we get rid of them? That is the remedy. To get rid of these tiny creatures in your home, keep in mind their living habitats. That means where do they survive and where do they live. They prefer temperature of 70 degree Fahrenheit or 20 degree Celsius or higher. That is a humidity of 75% to 80%. That means places where there is temperature is approximately 20 and there is a lot of humidity. That means those places have a lot of moisture. They can't survive in colder areas and the drier place. So in these conditions, if these conditions are there, they will survive very well. But they will not be able to survive in the colder places and the places that don't have moisture. So care must be taken during the warm and the humid weather. So if it is summertime and it is the rainy season, we have to be very careful that these places are the best places for the breeding of the germs or the dust mites. Now, many people are also sensitive to a protein that is released from the faces of the minute house dust mite children. Underline this word children, the house dust mites, they are known as the dermatophagoids. So these house dust mites children, they are found in the dust which is accumulated in a house, maybe on the mattresses, the pillows, and they consume the dead skin cells that people living in that house, they shed in large quantities daily. That means daily from a body children, a lot of dead skin is shed. And these dust mite, they can easily survive on eating this dead skin. Many people sensitive to the feather pillows are in reality allergic to the mites who reside in these feathers. Certain people children, they can have a lot of allergy to the pillows that are generally made up of feather and all. Generally they don't have a problem to the feather, but they have problem to the mites that are living in those feathers. Now, another knowledge enhancer is given in your books children, the sun allergy or the sunburn. Sun allergy is also known as photosensitivity. This occurs when the body's immune system will start reacting to the sunlight exposure. That means in certain people children, when they go in the sunlight and the body is exposed to the sun, they develop the itchy red rashes on their skin when they are being exposed to the sunlight. In some cases, the chemicals from the products that are applied to the skin, that means the certain things that we apply as makeup, certain lotions or the perfumes, the chemicals that are used in those, they can also induce the same kind of effect. Or any other reason like the oral medication that we have taken, the medicines that you have taken, they might also prove to be allergic to the sun exposure. Remember, photosensitivity is not the same as sunburn. Photosensitivity occurs when the body's immune system will react to light, that is basically sunlight. Sunburn, on the other hand, occurs when the amount of the sun or the ultraviolet light exposure exceeds the ability of the body's pigment called melanin to protect the skin. You know children, we have melanin in our body. This melanin, children, is a pigment which not only gives the color to the body, but also this melanin, it has the ability to protect the body, the skin basically, from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. So sometimes this melanin, children, now sometimes, children, the melanin which is already present in our body to protect our skin from the ultraviolet rays of the sun is not able to protect our body against the heat of the sun, because then the exposure to the sunlight becomes more than what a melanin can protect. Then a person gets the... Next we begin with types of allergies. Now children, the first one is seasonal allergy. Now the name only indicates that something that will be related to the season will be termed as seasonal. Like seasonal allergies means just what they say. They come and go with the season. That means along with the seasons, these are connected, children. They start at the starting of the season, and before the season comes to an end, they are also finished. The most common spring and summer allergy trigger are the tree pollen, which are there in the month of April and May. The grass in May to July, and the ragweed from August to September. Now this is telling children when these pollen say they cause the allergies. What are the months that they cause the allergies in? Though that they are just general guidelines, and the timing of the allergies will depend from the place where you live, and they also depend from person to person. Then some allergies are known as, children, the perennial allergies. That means they are the year round. That means they cannot be specified to a certain time. You cannot say that this time of the year we are going to have the allergy. They can occur any time of the year. Indoor allergies to things like dust. People are allergic to dust, to mold, to cockroaches, feathers and all. So they are not prone to any particular season or any particular time of the year. They can take place and they can occur in a human being at any time. Now in the seasonal allergies, children, one example is given in your book, that is of the hay fever. Hay fever generally gets its name from the fact that many people experience its symptoms around the same time, that is the hay cutting season in the summer months. So when the summer months, most of the people develop this hay fever, children, that is connected with the summer season. That means the hay fever generally starts or occurs in the summer season. So this is a seasonal allergy. Next we come to, children, the prevention and care to be taken by a person who is prone to allergies. That means what can we do in order to avoid the person from getting allergic to something, and if we know that a person is allergic to something, what can be done in order to protect him. To prevent the allergic reactions, a person should avoid the food and the medicines that have caused an allergic reaction in the past. That means if a person knows that he is allergic to a certain food or to a certain medicine, in the past certain allergies have been caused due to the same food or medicine, then they should try to avoid it. Then if a person, the next thing is, children, if a person is allergic to some food and he or she knows it that he is allergic to such a food, then that food item should not be given in too much amount. They should eat a small amount of that food so that they can easily recognize an allergic reaction. Now sometimes it happens that people know that they are allergic to some food items, but it becomes difficult to spot out which food item you are allergic to. So in such a case, they should eat one single food at a time. That means one food should be eaten, and then they should wait for some time to see if they are allergic to that thing, then an allergic reaction will occur in a body or not. So that way it becomes slightly easy to identify which food item they are allergic to. The next thing is, the carpets are the notorious heaven for the dust mites, right? I had shown you the dust mites, children, and you have seen the carpets are the best breeding places for them. So we should clean the carpets with the anti-allergens, and that will reduce the symptoms from huge allergy sources. Keeping the humidity level down in our homes by using the dehumidifiers or the air conditioners to reduce the growth of the mold and the dust mite. Then these days, children, we also have the air purifiers. That means with the help of these purifiers, we can purify the air So air purifiers are especially helpful for the pest waste. If you have a pet at home, running an air purifier is one of the way to control the allergic symptoms. If your child has asthma, make sure to create an asthma action plan. That means with the help of the medicines and the doctor's contact information. That means you have the complete information about the doctor, about what medicines are to be given, and share that information with the school that your child is going to, with the caregivers. That means if some caretakers are there to take care of that child, then every information should be shared with the teachers, the schools and the caretakers, so that anytime the child suffers an asthmatic attack, then the proper treatment can be given well in time. Wear a face mask for protection against the airborne allergens and pollutants. Now, this is not new for us. We know that these days people are having a lot of risk of the coronavirus, and because of that, we all wear a face mask these days. We try to prevent the contact with the other person with the help of the mask. So, what are we wearing this mask for, children? And generally, children, why do we cover our mouth with a face mask? You know, these days, children, that is in order to avoid the virus attack in our body. That means we don't inhale it, we don't come in contact with any person that is having that virus in his body. So generally, the same thing is given over here, children, that if you have been outside working or playing sports, change the clothes and take a shower to avoid the continued exposure to pollen, molds and other allergens that you carry inside. So this is what we generally follow these days. Whenever we come back home from anywhere else, children, the first thing we do is we quickly go change our clothes and we take a shower, and that is just to avoid all the viruses that might have stuck to our body unknowingly. Use a shower filter to remove the chlorine that is otherwise absorbed into the skin to strip away the natural protective oils. That means we should use a shower filter so that it can remove all the unnecessary chlorine from our water. That would help. That would otherwise try to remove all the natural oils that are being secreted in our body. So children, with this we come to an end of this very long lesson that was about the health and the hygiene, and I explained you each and everything in detail, and I provided you with a lot of pictures. So if you find my videos good enough, if you find them helpful for you in any of the ways, please do like, share, subscribe to my channel. And please do comment. Your comments means a lot, because it is through your comments only that I come to know how much my videos are being helpful to you and what more you would like to see me doing in my videos, so that they become more informative and more interesting for you all. Thank you, children. Have a wonderful day ahead. God bless you all, and see you soon in my new upcoming videos. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. So that's it for today's video, children. I hope I made myself very clear to you and you have understood each and every point that I have explained to you in today's video. If you have really understood, you know what is to be done. Please do like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell icon, because after that you will be notified with every new video that I'm going to upload. See you very soon with rest of the videos upcoming soon. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.